Morning, y'all. Happy Sunday. Cheers. I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone today. I'm going to try to do a recipe the way it calls for. It means I got to get me measuring devices and utensils and stuff, and who knows where they are because I don't use that stuff. I got me a bag of Camellia Navy beans here. And I'm not a big fan of navy beans, but I'm cooking ribs today, smoking some ribs, and I want some beans with it. And I'm going to try to follow the recipe as best I can. And it says I need a pound of Camellia Navy beans. I got that right here. I need a large onion chopped. Now, is this a large onion or is it a jumbo onion? Who the hell knows?
You can't never have too much onion.
I need a half of a bell pepper chopped. Well, all I could find today was these little bitty baby bell peppers. So, I'm thinking I'm going to use all of that. A ham bone. I don't have a ham bone, so I picked up 2 ham hocks. That'd be just as good. I like them more better anyway. 12 cups of water I got. Salt and pepper to taste. Well, who's tasting it? Who knows? A dash of paprika. I ain't got no regular paprika, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of my smoked hot in there. And don't worry, there'll be enough other shit in here, Terry, you won't taste the heat. A dash of garlic salt. I don't use garlic salt. I don't buy it. I forbid it to even come into my house. But I do have garlic powder, so we'll use that. And 3 tablespoons of tomato ketchup. Well, I got Brooks. 3 tablespoons don't sound like much. 2 tablespoons of what's this here sauce. Need a 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar, which I got over here. And a half a pound of sliced bacon, which I got 12 ounces here, which is 4 ounces more than a half a pound. You like my math, do you? Okay, so let me get my beans washed and my pepper and onion cut up, and then we'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, I got my beans washed and rinsed and all that stuff. Got my veggies chopped up. So I got to add the beans. I need 12 cups of water, that's in there. And I got to add the meat, the onion, and the bell pepper. This is a whole lot different than I do beans, I'll tell you that, of any kind really. But I'm going to try to follow their instructions. It's something I normally don't do. Squirrel across the street and the dog's freaking out. Get our ham hocks in there. Come on, Keith, be smarter than the plastic, dude. Really? Get off of there. Ham hock instead of a ham bone. And then I need, my God, trying to follow a recipe with me is just like ridiculous. Meat, onion, bell pepper, paprika. I need a dash of paprika.
A dash.
This is hot paprika, smoked, so we're going to use a small dash. That'd be enough. And then we need, where am I at? Paprika, garlic salt, and it calls for a dash. What the hell is a dash of garlic? That's ridiculous. No garlic salt, we got garlic, what is it, granulated? Yeah, granulated garlic. Alright, I'm going to say that's a dash. I know it's more, but...
Yeah, that's about 10 dashes.
Okay, and then I need salt and pepper. And it says to taste. I don't like salt and beans this early.
Well, dear, you do that as you go. That's why it's to taste.
No, it says to do this step now. This is a recipe that you got to do in steps. And since it said to taste with the salt and pepper, I know me and Terry like pepper, so put some pepper in there. And I'm going to let go with that. Salt to taste. That's a lot of water. We'll go
That's good.
half a teaspoon. And then I got to Bring to a boil for 10 minutes. Reduce heat, cover, simmer for 1.5 hours. So, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to put this on the stove, put a fire under it, and get it hot. Be back later. Okay, got my beans boiling. They've been boiling for about 10 minutes now. Now I got to put a lid on it, turn it down, let it simmer for 1.5 hours. So, that's where we are. We'll be back in 1.5 hours. Okay, it's been 2 hours. Get the beans simmering here. Now the recipe's kind of vague, but I'm not going to use all this liquid. So I'm just going to take my beans out. Got to be a little deal there with holes in it. I'm going to drain some of them juices out. And then let me do this. I will use a little of the liquid, but I am not going to use all of that. So let me get this done and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, what I did was I took about half the beans out, strained them, put them in the pan, put 4 strips of bacon on there. Took the rest of the beans. Over here I got 3 tablespoons of ketchup, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of what's this here sauce. I mixed all that up, throwed them beans in there and mixed all that together. And then we'll see if I think I got enough liquid here. I don't think I do, but we're gonna see. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more broth to this. Before I do that, I'm gonna add this pig into there. I cut up some of the ham hock. I know that ain't in the recipe, but I'm not gonna waste all that good pig for nothing. So we'll put that in there like that. Put a little bit of broth in here.
You just made a mess all over the floor.
Now the dog will get it.
Your burner's still on.
Okay. Now I gotta put 4 more strips of bacon on here, and that's going in the oven. What's it say? 1.5 to 2 hours at 350. So, we'll be back in a few. Okay, it's been 2 hours. I just pulled these beans out. To me, just looks alone, it looks like it's a fail. We'll let them sit here for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Let them cool off enough to try. We'll give them a taste, and I'll let you know what I really think. So, there we go. Beans. Okay, I'm going to try my beans. That's all I got, because I got people coming over tonight, and we're going to eat supper, and that's going to be part of the supper. I just wanted to give you all a sample or a taste of this, and let you know what I think. Pretty hot yet. Doesn't look like any baked beans I ever had before. Actually, the beans could have cooked more. I do taste the brown sugar in there.
Mm-hmm. They're different.
And I actually taste the ketchup for just having 3 tablespoons of it. But I'm going to turn my oven back on. I'll stick these back in the oven for a while. Beans need to cook just a little bit longer. I almost followed a recipe, y'all, and it almost came out decent, so give me credit for trying.
Almost.
Yeah, these ain't bad. For the small amount of ingredients that I used, I mean, the amounts of them, was actually a lot more flavor than I thought there'd be. So, let me get them back in the oven for a while before my guests come. That's what we did today. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.